Hello and welcome to the next episode of Teacher's Corner Playthrough Edition. We're getting ready to play, I'm getting ready to play Diplomatic Orders, but first things first, we have first compliment and, oh, we have a new officer ready to report, a bridge officer. So, I do need another engineering officer, so I'm going to claim that one, because I need that for my ground crew. And I can have that engineering officer join. There we go. And I'm not going to rename. We do have the first complement of duty officers ready to join us. So I'm going to go ahead and transwarp straight to the Sol system. Because that's the fast way to do this. So I'm going to beam down to Starfleet Academy, and we're going to collect our first compliment by talking to Lieutenant Farah. Alright, so Starfleet Academy, you beam in random locations. This actually is not a bad location because, okay, so you notice here's the big monument in the center of the courtyard. You can see the Golden Gate Bridge right here. Now if I look to my left, this is the room where I need to go to pick up my bridge officers. Okay, hello friend. Alright, here we go. So I need to talk to Lieutenant Farah. He's on the left-hand side as you're coming in of this vestibule here. So we talk to him, and my initial complement of officers is now available. So I'm going to claim them. This opens up the duty officer, and there we go. You can see I have a number of duty officers. And if you heard that in the background, that's my husband, who's talking most likely to the dog. Or himself, one or the other. And he's now laughing at me. Anyway, okay, where were we? Duty officers, yes. So now that I can claim duty officers, you may have noticed I had bought the Delta Operations Pack, so I have some Gamma Quadrant duty officers here. I'm going to open those. And I had some other duty officers that I had claimed. Here we go, Borg Warfare Specialist. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see, there we go. Alright, and I have some bridge officers. I can open those. I can open that now, but let's see. Where's the other one? Oh, that's right. Alright. So, and let me see. Yeah, no officer. I don't have room for another one yet. Alright. So now I have a new bridge officer. I'm actually going to, because I know he is not going to be, sort that. I know that this is not going to be part of my standard complement. I'm going to take the gear off of him. He's just going to be a in-space bridge officer, so he's not going to come to the ground anymore. Nirel, however, my new Ferengi, is going to be a on-the-ground bridge officer. So I'm going to discard her equipment, and I'm going to, there we go, there, and I'm going to put the new equipment on her, and under stations I'm going to make sure she is assigned as one of my bridge officers. The other thing I'm going to do, because I should have the XP to do it now, is I'm going to go to Mr. Scavron. There we go. and he's going to learn turret fabrication. There we go. Alright, so he now has what I want, and my new officer will now, so I'm going to pick first one, and she has the option to learn because I was smart and picked up my photon grenade launcher 1 fabrication while I was still in the 23rd century. She has the option for learning that, so she has learned it, and I'm going to go and pick up another turret fabrication. I'm going to promote her because I do want her able to use her lieutenant abilities. There we go. So I'm going to go and grab that at the bridge officer trainer. And these are for later. Alright. Going to clear out some of my inventory when we go up to ESD. And then we'll start the playthrough. You'll notice the beam up button is on the side. And I want to go up to ESD. I gotta say I love that animation for the beam up. It is very, very cool. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to go down to the bridge officer trainer and I'm going to purchase that skill for my new engineer. And actually, since I know I'm eventually going to need 2 more, I'm just going to purchase 3 of them. Alright, so that gives me 3 total. And one of them I'm going to use right away with Norel. Yay, I have enough to use it. Okay, and that is now her default. So I now have 2 engineers on my ground team. As I've said before, my preferred ground team is all 4 engineers with mortars and turret stacks, and in the end either a medical generator or a shield generator. Okay, mortars, turrets, and this is going to actually be, I'm going to go ahead and buy them now. These are actually going to be, the third one is going to be the Chronoton mine. So I'm going to actually go ahead and buy those now. Alright. While I'm thinking about it, and since I'm here, because I want mine barrier 3. I know it's here. Where is it? Ah. Okay, looks like I'll have to actually go to the exchange when it's time. Alrighty. I will, however, be getting, since I know I want this for my commander, go ahead and grab it because I want quantum mortars as well as the other mortars, so I'm going to grab 4 of those for later and 4. Okay. I'll have to go to the exchange for the other one. Alrighty. So we are ready now. We've picked up our duty officers. As you can see, this tab is now lit up. I have duty officer missions I can do. Okay. I'm not going to start in these just yet. We'll talk about them in another Teacher's Corner that will be featured on the Pilot Review Show. Okay. And Other than that, we're ready to start diplomatic orders. So here we go. Actually, before we started, a few words on this. Number one, diplomatic orders is actually the first mission that does have a temporal probe. Now, here's the thing with temporal probes, and I know this is frustrating, folks. Temporal probes will show up in different locations depending on RNG. That means random number generator. It's random where they show up. There's probably a set number, we don't know yet. But they will show up in different locations for everybody. So this means you can't ask your friend, oh, where do you find it? Because your friend might have found it over here. You're going to find it over there in a totally different place. Pay no attention to the jingling in the background. That's my dog. So that gets a little frustrating. What's even more frustrating is, unlike with the Delta recruits, you cannot simply scan the area and be pointed in the right direction. So you kind of have to be alert. You can ask what it is you're looking for. I'm told it looks like a big red ball. As you know, I haven't played Diplomatic Orders yet, so I haven't seen it yet. So we'll be finding it together for the first time. Or you'll be seeing me find it for the first time here. And hopefully it won't be too difficult.
We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You were to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
So we're to escort Vulcan Ambassador Soketh to the monastery on Pajem in the Beta Quadrant. We can find the ambassador at Vulcan, which is located in the Beta Quadrant, and we'll get some items which we can then get rid of to clear our inventory. Okay. So diplomatic orders, I'm going to simply transwarp to the start location, make things easy on us. Alright. So here we go. We're going to enter Vulcan system. Captain, we have arrived at the Vulcan system. I took the liberty of contacting the ambassador's aide when we arrived. Tapella says the ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when traveling. She would like to go over them with you. Would you like me to put her on the main view screen?
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Alright, so we have to board shuttle. And that will take us where we need to go. We are ready to land on Vulcan, sir. When you are ready to make our final approach, let me know. And we have to come up to the controls and land.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, this is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Sounds like enjoy was a tough word for her to get out. you know, Vulcans being so unemotional. Captain, the ambassador and his aide are waiting for us at the temple at the top of the rise. We can speak to them there and find out if the ambassador needs anything else from us before we depart for Pajem. Alright, so we should be looking in our mission log over here for the temporal probe to pop up. It will let us know when we're somewhat close. Okay. So we're going this way, up the mountainside. And we're going to talk to the people with the eye. There's Sokat.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
This is ridiculous! Access to Pajem is strictly limited to preserve the sanctity of the monastery. No outsiders are permitted to land without the expressed permission of Savin, the leader of the Order of the Priest that maintains the planet. Ordinarily, this would not present any difficulty. But Savin has chosen this moment to illogically question my visiting the monastery. He is refusing to grant leave for me to meet with the abbot at Pajem.
Can this trip wait until Savin changes his mind?
If I do not complete my journey to Pajem now, I will have to delay it until after the trade conference at Corridon is complete. And that could take weeks.
I wonder why Savin won't grant you permission.
I fear I've spent too much time off-world. While I find it easy to deal with others, my own people can be stubborn. Perhaps you could speak to Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you might have an easier time than I have.
Let me speak to Savin then. Alright, so now I need to find Savin, who is over here.
Peace and long life. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Is there any way I can persuade you to allow Savin to visit
I
Pajem?
will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect Pajem from harm. Sokath says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect Pajem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Alright, so we got him to agree. And now we need to speak with the ambassador.
Do you have any questions?
How should I know? He is a small man with small concerns. Thankfully, he has listened to reason, and our journey won't be delayed any longer. I am ready to leave now. Is the shuttle prepared for departure?
Okay. I have spoken with Ambassador Sokath. Oh, has it bugged out? Okay, it says lead on, so... There we go, and we lead down the hill. All the way to the shuttle.
Inventory has a replicator that will allow you to buy and sell items. Press I to open your inventory.
I love little tutorials. Not. Okay. We are returning to the shuttle. Here we go. I haven't haven't seen anything yet that tells me to look for the temporal probe,
Starfleet
so it's not
shuttlecraft,
on
we
Vulcan.
have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
Okay, now I need to talk to Soket.
I need to meditate and prepare for my meeting with the abbot at Pajem. If you have no objections, I will retire to my quarters. Please notify me when we have arrived at our destination. Once again, you have my gratitude for your assistance.
And now I return to the bridge. Alright, and moving right along, now to Pajem. Alright, so as you can see, Pajem's very close. We continue diplomatic order. Sir, I'm picking up an unusual energy reading in this system. We should scan the system before we take the ambassador to the surface. Okay, so we agree, and scanner's on maximum, and we scan. I love the old sounds. Still love the old sounds. They're awesome. Oh no! Klingon ships decloaking! Battle station! Maybe not.
You have a foul shape changer aboard your ship. Turn the creature over to us, or we will destroy you.
Do you have any proof of these accusations?
Do you doubt my word? Insult my honor? I have killed men for less. I have nothing to prove to the likes of you. Turn that so-called ambassador over to me now, or face the consequences.
Shields up! Red alert! And now engage the Klingon. And I want a little extra speed. Remember to use your debuff. And I'm going to... Here we go. And that just ripped through everything. Nice. Sir, sensors are showing multiple Klingon life signs on the surface. The monks may be in danger. Remember to turn off your macro. Monks may be in danger. I recommend that we send an away team down immediately. Alright? And we make sure that we do not bring Augustin because we took off his gear. Captain, the situation on the ground may be too dangerous for the ambassador to be on the surface. I recommend that he remains in his quarters until it is safe. Okay, so we are beaming down to the monastery when it lets us choose. Good, Augustin is not there. We took his gear off, so we don't want to bring him. But our two engineers are part of our ground team. Here we go. Captain, we need to secure the area and then make our way toward the monastery, which is located at the top of the hill. I'm reading multiple Klingon patrols between us and the main building, sir. Recommend we proceed with caution. So we need to defeat the Klingon patrols blocking our path. Stay alert. We need to find the monks. Alrighty. And there's a strange crate to open. Okay, so it has some little goodies for. Let's go. Oh, I see. And I forgot. I do have a keybind for the ground, so let's get this. I want my buffs to be used consistently, and we'll go ahead and put the grenade in. Alright. That was good. Woohoo! Alright, moving right along. There we go, there's the path up. Alrighty. Oh, I love that percussive fire. Sir, we're receiving an alert from Vulcan. Tapella says she must speak to you immediately. I'll patch you through.
I have terrible. You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Soketh's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Okay. Captain, security teams have reached Ambassador Soketh's quarters. But he's gone. They're searching the ship, but... Sir, unauthorized use of the transport is detected. Okay, what's going on here? The Vulcan government is requesting that the imposter Soketh be detained and returned to Vulcan for questioning. Sir, whomever used the transporter, erased the logs, but I have a feeling that the imposter is on the planet's surface. I recommend we locate him immediately. Okay, so we have to find him.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak shall perish.
Ruh-roh. Alright, so now we have Investigate Temporal Probe. Just popped up in our list. Alrighty, now let's see if we can find it. But first we have some Klingon, some Undine to kill. Okay. So my husband says his was just around the corner here. Oh, another cut.
Bothersome creatures! Why should I trouble myself with such insignificant beings, when the Klingons will do my work for me? Warriors! Prepare for battle!
Yes,
There is
sir.
a group of Starfleet officers behind me. One of them is the foul shapeshifter. I'm returning to the ship. Don't let them leave this planet alive.
Kapla.
Yes, sir.
Alright, now my husband says it's to my left. That's where his was. But he says it's not here, so we're going to see if we can find it. Now, I have been told that some of these dots here could be listed as temporal probe on my big map. So let's see. Hey, loot critter! Not the loot critter, but a loot critter. And no, I'm not seeing any dots that are listed. Oh, there's some more dots here. Let's see. I have loot critter, retainer, Vulcan, abbot. Okay. Loot critter, loot critter. Loot critter, Vulcan, abbot, retainer. Nope. Now, I've been told that it will show up on your big map, but we now have the map as large as we can get it, and I am not seeing the... No, I'm not seeing it. Disturbed piece, no. And I'm not seeing anything listed on the map. Okay, so that looks to be a dead end. So we're just going to have to figure out where it might be by exploring. Let's see if we can find it. We want to make sure that we avoid the Klingons for the moment, because we are looking for the temporal probe. Temporal probe, temporal probe. Where are you? Come out wherever you are. And let's see. Not seeing anything. It may be towards the Klingons. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see. And it's always helpful, because you will unlock crafting soon, to scan for gas. It's okay if you don't match the waveform, you do still get, as you can see here, rewarded with some of the item. Quick scan to make sure I didn't miss it. Don't see anything that looks out of place. Alright, let's stay on the path and head down towards the Klingon. And we're still looking for that temporal probe. Which I don't see anywhere. Nope, still don't see it. Come out wherever you are. Aha! It does show up on the map. We have found it. So if you look, it is this direction. So let's see if we can find it. Aha! There it is. And this, folks, is your temporal probe. So you see, keeping an eye on the map, You will get close to it by doing the normal mission, and I'm going to scan the chronal distortion. Alright, unlock temporal probe. I've heard you have to solve some kind of puzzle. Set the unknown values so the rows. Let's try that without my macro going to interrupt me. Set the unknown values so the rows and columns of the square all add up to 15. So 4 plus 2 is 6, so I need a 9 here. So let's set variable A. I need a 9 because 4 plus 2 is 6, that's going to be 9. Okay, 4 and 8 is 12. So to get to 15, you need 3 more. So this is going to be 3. And 8 and 1 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So that should be a 6. There we go. Based on the information we've recovered from this probe, it looks like the Nicole tried to make some form of an alliance with the Undine. Considering the Undine view of life outside of fluidic space, it is not surprising that Nicole diplomatic efforts failed here violently. We're fortunate it didn't go well. Such an alliance would be dangerous. An enemy operative is responding to our tampering. Alright. So there we go. We have our investigate temporal probe. And yes. And that's it. Now we can continue on with our mission. Can take item. There we go. And back to the normal mission here. There are the Klingons. There we go. A little bit of guerrilla warfare tactic because we came at them from an unsuspected angle here. There we go, and now we can scan the area. There. Captain, it appears that the Undine has eluded us. However, I'm picking up residual traces of transport activity in the vicinity. I believe that the Undine may have beamed to a hidden ship in orbit. If he has a hidden ship, we'll find it. Alright, so we beam up. With our old style communicator. Captain, there is an Undine ship on an intercept course. Sir, the Teacher's Corner doesn't have the armaments to handle an Undine attack. Starfleet reports that it is sending ships to assist us, but they are about 60 seconds out. We have to hold out until the reinforcements get here, Captain. If we target their torpedoes, we might have a chance. Defend your ship from the Undine until Starfleet reinforcements arrive. Alright, so I'm going to use... not support, defense. And I'm going to do everything I can to defend against this. Alright, and you'll notice it's going to go up in kinetic damage, so I'm going to fire it when it's the most. Destabilization probe, there we go. And I'm going to let my riders there build. Heal my hull a little bit, heal my shields a bit, there we go. And now I have the ability to use molecular deconstruction beam. Take that, Undine! Oh, there we go. Ah, killed him! Well, I had some help. There we go. Downloading the data now, Captain. Incoming message.
This is Captain Thielen of the USS Kirk. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps someday you will return the favor. Thielen out.
We've recovered the final data transmissions from the Undine vessel, as well as samples of the organic material that was used to create the ship. We need to get all of this back to Starfleet intelligence. They may be able to decrypt the message and tell us more. So depart the system. And then I'll be able to turn in the mission. Alright, so that was diplomatic orders.
The ambassador
We
was an
found
Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Alright, so we found the temporal probe. Remember to look for it on your map. And get to choose. Okay, it doesn't really matter which one we choose because we're going to go ahead and get rid of it. Choose our reward.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
And we get another promotion. Alright, so I will see you next time for the next episode of...
This mission briefing is classified.
We'll see that next time for the next episode in Temporal Agent. Leveling our Temporal Agent. See you then.